The Rockford IceHogs are back in action this evening with the All-Star break in the rearview mirror as they open up a home-and-home weekend against the Chicago Wolves. Joseph Zakshesky with you, joined alongside the captain for your IceHogs and Garrett Mitchell as the IceHogs return from AHL All-Star break. Garrett, let's talk about your All-Star break here to get things started. You had a nice little surprise for you and your family. It's rare to get an entire week off. Some teams didn't even get an All-Star break, but for you and your family, you went somewhere a little bit warmer and a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, we took a couple days, took the kids, surprised them with a Disney World trip, and it was a pretty cool thing. You know, my wife was able to take a video of us telling the girls that we were going to Disney, and you know, I remember as a kid growing up, I was able to be surprised. Christmas morning, one morning, we had our bags packed and we left Christmas morning. So it was an awesome thing for us to do. We met a couple of the guys down there, so it was awesome. We had a blast.
Well, if you follow Garrett Mitchell on social media, that's what tipped me off, is that I saw him with the girls on the plane. So it was like pretty much right as you landed that you told them what you were doing and where you were going.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. They knew we were going to Florida. It was tough, though, because the amount of stewardesses and stuff walking past us, like, oh, you guys are going to Disney. We're like, no, you're going to see Mickey Mouse. We're like, they don't know. So, yeah, we actually were able to hold it off until the following morning. Even after we got to Disney, we woke up and my wife had a couple things set out, some T-shirts and a pair of Mickey or Minnie ears, I guess, pink, and so that was their thing. They knew we were going to Disney, so it was a blast. Super excited. Disney was a zoo, but the girls had a blast doing it.
Well, I know you and the rest of the Rockford IceHogs happy to get that downtime to spend with family and friends. Now you're getting back to work as we bring it back inside BMO Harris Bank Center, taking on the Chicago Wolves, a team that is the top team in the Central Division. So what a better way to get back to work than to square off against them. But Garrett, this is a team that you've done pretty well. Tonight is the 9th meeting of 12. You've already got 5 wins against them. What is it about the IceHogs and the Wolves that seems to bring the best out of your club?
Yeah, you know, I think it's a great test for us every night. And I think, you know, the biggest thing for us is going in and having the ability to play a team at that level, you know, and coming in, you know, the next 35, 40 games, whatever we have left, you know, those are games that we need to really bear down on. And you know, Anders has talked about it here even this morning, talking about how, you know, this is our playoff push. You know, our division is so tight right now, you know, a few points separating most teams. So going into it, I think this is a great test that we can, you know, for the next 35 games, you know, play some very meaningful games.
Well, you talk about the push now. You're just over the halfway point. In fact, only a couple of games past the halfway point. But you look at the rest of February, March, and April, and then the playoffs in May. You're playing a lot of hockey in a short amount of time. I'd imagine it's going to be a little bit of a wear and tear. We've already seen that in the first half of the season. How do you prepare for what's going to be the second half push?
Yeah, you know, I think it's going to be a great test for a lot of our younger guys. You know, obviously the first part of the season, you know, a few games delayed and postponed with COVID and, you know, all that. We knew coming into this year, you know, similar last year, that it was kind of expect the unexpected. And, you know, I think we've done a great job with doing that. And now it's, you know, we've got an opportunity here to come in and play some meaningful hockey and play some games where, you know, you might lose a heartbreaker, but the best part about it is that you play the next night or maybe 2 nights later. So, you know, obviously we've got a young group and some guys that, you know, are just starting to, you know, have played a full season if you wanted to add last year and this year. So those guys are starting to come too, and you know, we're excited for it.
Well, speaking of a lot of hockey in a short amount of time, tonight actually begins 4 games the next 6 days for your Rockford IceHogs, and what's going to be pretty much a busy rest of the regular season. Well, Garrett, I have to ask about the hat you're wearing here. It's going to be coming up here a little bit later on in the month of February, the Frontline Heroes hat that Garrett Mitchell designed, everybody. So it's on its head. You can check out the full designs at icehogs.com and grab your tickets. But last year, certainly a unique season with COVID, not being able to play in front of fans. And we know with the 3 hospitals here in town and a lot of other medical personnel, very busy here these last couple of weeks. I know this is something that you took personal pride in designing.
Yeah, I think for me it was one of those things I didn't really know what to do. You know, I had the ability to design a hat, and you know, I could have put a Rockford IceHogs logo on it, and you know, it's kind of funny. I was talking to my dad about what, you know, and my wife, what do I do? How do I kind of you know, do something that's a little bit different? And I was able to go online and find a healthcare patch, and you know, not only healthcare, but I think, you know, obviously with the first responders, you know, the police and the fire department. So doctors, nurses, you know, all kind of lumped into that first responder. So, you know, I found the patch and I kind of fell in love with it, and I thought it was something that was, you know, kind of tied this whole 2 years that we've had, or 2.5 years, wherever we're at right now, together. So, that's kind of the premise of the patch, and I thought it kind of tied everything pretty good.
Well, for your IceHogs, that game coming up just a couple of days. Check out icehogs.com again. It'll be happening here later in the month of February. The first 1,500 fans can grab these Garrett Mitchell designed hats. But focusing on the task at hand, it's the Chicago Wolves tonight at BMO Harris Bank Center. Garrett, great to hear that you had an awesome AHL All-Star break, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
For Garrett Mitchell joining us on the IceHogs broadcast network, presented by BMO Harris Bank.